YouTube, Beardmaster180 here with my DVD new releases review for January 4th, 2011. This week's new releases are Dinner for Schmucks and Machete. Let's get started with Dinner for Schmucks. Paul Rudd plays Tim, an executive who finally gets the chance to become a big shot at the office he works at. However, before he can be officially promoted, he must attend a dinner his boss throws every month that involves inviting an idiot to dinner and making fun of them. Tim doesn't feel right taking part in this until he meets Barry, played by Steve Carell, and he feels that this might be the perfect idiot to help him win the promotion. However, Tim soon realizes that Barry can be a whirlwind of destruction. Now, before watching this, I had high hopes. Paul Rudd is always hilarious, and Steve Carell always delivers very entertaining and hilarious performances as well. Plus, the movie is directed by Jay Roach, who also directed Meet the Parents and the Austin Powers movies, comedies that I find quite entertaining. So I figured, how could you go wrong? Oh, how I was wrong. This movie is just awful, in my honest opinion. It's mainly due to Barry, who's Carell's character. Now, I'm not sure if it's entirely Carell's fault for overplaying the stupidity, or if it's the writer's fault for creating such a stupid character, but the character is just so stupid. I mean, there's being stupid in a so stupid it's kind of funny way, and then there's just being stupid in a it's so annoyingly stupid. Also, the plot itself is really mean-spirited. Invite a bunch of people you think are idiots, make fun of them, give them an award for being the stupidest, but pass it off as an achievement? That's not funny, that's just cruel. Plus, it pulls out all the comedy movie cliches right out of the book. That would be fine if the jokes were actually funny, but they're not. Maybe one or two of them, but that's about it. Also, the movie is far too long. It's nearly 2 hours of Steve Carell being an idiot and the message, see, he's an idiot. See, isn't it funny how anything can go wrong because he's an idiot? See, isn't it funny, ha ha ha, he's an idiot, see? That message being crammed down the audience's throat. Overall, I give Dinner for Schmucks a 3 out of 10. Not even Zach Galifianakis was enough to save this movie. Now on to Machete. Danny Trejo plays ex-federale Machete, who's been hired to assassinate a senator whose biggest campaign message is rid the states of illegal immigrants. Machete soon discovers that he's been set up, and while seeking revenge, he uncovers a conspiracy linking several people to drugs and murder. That's pretty much the basis of the plot. The plot does get more and more in-depth, but to go any further would be considered spoilers. Now, for those who don't know, Machete is actually based off of a fake trailer Robert Rodriguez created for Grindhouse, his collaboration with Quentin Tarantino back in 2007. The fake trailer generated a lot of popularity, so naturally a full feature film went into production. But I'm pretty sure Rodriguez was going to do it anyways. Now, I am a huge fan of Robert Rodriguez. He has a very unique film style, and his work is entertaining as hell. So, naturally, I was pumped to see Machete. And I'm happy to say that this movie does not disappoint. Danny Trejo is usually just a side character, like a minion or just a character off in the distance. So it's nice to see him become the focal point for a movie. And he is just badass in this movie. Also, Jessica Alba and Michelle Rodriguez prove that they're not just eye candy, but they can kick some serious ass, and they give very solid performances. And Jeff Fahey does an awesome job as the villain. As for the action, there is a ton in this movie, and it's extremely brutal at that. As for the plot, it's actually surprisingly detailed for what the movie essentially is. A brutal action movie filmed like the old Grindhouse-style films from years and years ago. As for downsides, the pacing in the middle of the movie does get slightly slower. A few scenes could have been trimmed a bit. There are also a few plot holes and unrealistic things that happen, but given the style of the film the movie is going for, these things can be overlooked. Overall, I give Machete an 8.5 out of 10. If you're a fan of over-the-top action movies, or a fan of Robert Rodriguez in general, then you're definitely sure to have a good time. So that's my review of Dinner for Schmucks and Machete, and the end of this week's DVD new releases review. Next week's releases for January 11th are Piranha and The Social Network, which I am looking forward to. So just remember that this has been my own personal opinion. You are in control of yours. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next week.